Agora a gente vai conversar com o Yoan. Ele é um dos criadores do Valiant Hearts, para saber de onde saiu toda essa ideia diferente.
I remember our adventures, your friendship, and your pain.
So, Yoan, Valiant Hearts is a game about war. We had a lot of games about war, but you take an approach completely different from the rest. How this idea came for you?
This idea came with Paul Tumler, that started to do some drawings about character, about the environments of this moment, this specific moment. And for us, it was really important because our families were involved in that war. My great-grandfather was injured during that war. So when we found back all those letters of our families, it was very personal and deep. And of course, we couldn't do a shooter or another game that would make it just fun. So that's why we choose to tell a really deep story, and it's not in fact it's not a war game. It's a game about war and about people, how people experience a war for real.
They've always been gracious and charitable people. I'll write again as soon as I get my assignment. Please kiss my little grandson for me.
And why the dog is not a fluff poodle, for example?
The dog is inspired directly by real dogs because there were a lot of dogs of war. They were used for carrying letters, for carrying medics, for even carrying heavy cannon stuff. So specifically, Walt, the dog that you can see, is directly inspired by the Red Cross dogs that were used a lot during World War I.
Not for glory, but to mend your daughter's tears.
Have you thought any time about doing a 3D game, a pretty realistic game, or this idea with this kind of art was all the point?
Yeah, the whole game idea was starting with the Paul drawings. So we never thought about 3D. It was 2D from the start, and with the awesome art direction of Paul. Everything that is in the game is drawn by Paul, by one guy.
You must have read a lot of letters. There was some letter that really touched you, maybe, I don't know if in a fun way. You must have read a lot of pretty hard things, but one letter that stepped out of all the others.
Yeah, there was one letter from my great-grandfather that was really touching because it's 1 week before he's been shot and before they cut his leg. So he's saying, okay, Monday we are leaving for the front, for the first line. We will see the Germans. I hope things, it's in French, but I did translate. I think, I hope things will not be worse than that. Something like this, and it's really powerful because 1 week after he's shot in the leg, so that's something pretty.
Thanks so much for your time, man. It was a pleasure. Essa daqui não teve nem como fazer piada. O jogo, quando vocês jogarem, vocês vão sentir que o negócio é pesado mesmo e a família do cara estava envolvida na guerra, então jogaço, se liga aí.